Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought that I would start a weekend vlog. It is Thursday for me, so happy Thursday. I have a couple of fun things that I'm doing this weekend, but it's mostly gonna be chill, kind of cozy. I'm also in the middle of reading two really what I think are going to be very highly rated books right now. So I also wanted to kind of document my experience with that. One of them is a new release and another one is just one that I've heard amazing things about. So hopefully we'll get to see some fun reactions to those books. But yeah, I thought that we could spend just a few days together, maybe until Sunday or Monday. And yeah, just spend a cozy bookish weekend with me. What do you guys think? I do start work in a couple of minutes, so I will be working all day today, naturally. However, after work today, I do have a hair appointment, so I'm hoping to go just like a little bit lighter with the highlights, maybe get a couple of inches off. My hair is so long right now. Look at me. Get a couple of inches off, go a little bit lighter with some highlights. So that is on the agenda today, and then afterwards I'm gonna eat dinner, read my book. So let's just jump right on into this video, and I'll introduce you guys to my two current reads that I'm super excited about. So the first book that I'm reading, the sleeve is off. It is a hardcover. I do not read hardcovers with sleeves on them, okay? It's just a rule for me. I am currently reading Say You'll Remember Me by Addie, the new book that she just released on Tuesday. It's now Thursday. This one up, it wasn't even on the shelf yet. I actually had to go to that area for work, and so I popped in. I was like, do you have this book? She was like, yeah, it's right here. Pulled it off the shelf, took it, ran away. I paid for it, but then I ran away. I am now, let's see, now it's Thursday, so 2 days in. I'm on chapter 22, page 182. And I am devouring this. If I wasn't working a full-time job, this would have been finished probably yesterday. Like, because the first night, I think I devoured the first 70 pages in record timing. Like, I don't think I've read a book that fast. Yeah, I have not read a book that fast since I don't even know when. Like, I know when she released Just for the Summer last year. I sat down, opened up Just for the Summer, and I read straight up until like page 200, and then I put it down and I was like, oh my god, it was like a whole like time warp experience. I don't know what she puts in these books, but it's just wonderful, beautiful, all the above. It's just the best. And I was chit-chatting with the cashier at Barnes & Noble, my little bookseller friend, and she's a bit older, and she was so excited about this book, and she was like, I'm not usually a fan of rom-coms, but Addie Jimenez always puts something extra into her books, like more depth to the characters and their stories. And I totally agree. Like, that is just the added touch to it, because I love the romance part of it. I am a rom-com reader. However, the added touch, it's similar to like Emily Henry. They have completely different writing styles in my opinion. Love them both, but it's similar in the sense that they both put kind of an added depth to their main characters and or their side characters. And I just love it. I love it so much. And I'm hoping to finish this maybe by tomorrow, because I'll read a little bit today after work. And then tomorrow's Friday, so I'll be able to just kind of binge the rest of this book. But it is, like she said, more sad than her other books. There are very sad elements to this. The mom of the female main character has dementia, but she's very young. She's like 54, I think. And so it's just very sad. And then the main male character has a tragic background as well. We don't know like too much about it, but we do know some details that just like, it's disturbing, you know, it's sad. So, but it's nice because then the rom-com aspect comes into it, and they have all these inside jokes already, and like Addie Jimenez is so funny. She's literally the funniest person ever. I'm giggling, laughing out loud at the jokes that she puts in this book. Like, silly. I probably look so insane just like sitting here laughing to myself at this book, but it's so fun. So that is the first book that I'm reading currently. The second book that I am reading right now, I'm actually listening to it. I have been asking for a few books on Libby because they have really long wait times. So I'm like, okay, by the time that I get accepted for these books, I won't be like so in the depths of these other reads, because in April there's a lot of like new releases coming out that I really want to read like right away. So I was like, oh, I'll just ask for all these books, and then by the time I get them, I will be out of the trenches. So I asked for The Invisible Life of Addie Larue, the audiobook version of it, because I was like, I just don't think I have the capacity to add that to my list, you know, anytime soon. But I got it much sooner than I thought I would. I thought it was like an 8-week wait. I got it in like a week and a half, but it's great. It's great. I am 34, almost 35 minutes into the listen, 3% in chapter 4. And I know the main premise of the book, of course. If you do not, essentially, and I'm still kind of like learning about it, so I don't know all of it, but essentially this woman got cursed. She was born in the 1600s, Addie Larue. She got cursed with immortality. However, everyone that she meets forgets about her. And so I think she's going to go through a lot of trials and tribulations with lovers and friends and family. And it just sounds like a lonely, like hard life. And I believe now we're in like, what was it? I think like 2014 was the most recent year that we were in. So from 1700 something, whenever she was in her 20s, to now, everyone's just been forgetting about her. So I think this is going to be, it's a very interesting read so far. I do like the writing. I love the narrator so far. She's doing a really great job being super intriguing. But I've seen a lot of people sob to the end of this book, so I'm kind of nervous for that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens to me. It's about a 17-hour audiobook, so it's pretty good. That is a pretty good lengthy audiobook. Yeah, it's just a right about 17 hours. So that's another book that I am listening to. I'll probably listen to it during my drives today to and from work. Maybe I'll take like my AirPods to the hair salon, and if I have like downtime where everything has to like, you know, process, then I'll listen to a little bit of it, just because I was gonna bring this book, but it's so chunky, you know, it's so big. I'll probably just end up being on my phone and listening to the audiobook. So, okay, those are my updates for today. Come along with me for a few cozy days in my life. It's springtime. We've had super nice weather, but we have a winter storm warning, I believe. I think it's still, okay, now it's turned to rain. That's a little better. It was supposed to like dump snow tomorrow and Saturday. It could possibly still do that, so we'll see. This could either be super cozy or just like spring cozy, you know? It's different. I got my hair done. I do really like it. It's just so different, and I think I need to do my makeup and change my outfit because it's very contrasting right now. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in, especially when like it's so different. But I do really like it. I think it's gonna be so good for the summer. I think I just need to like make sure that I tone up here a little bit more because they are pretty like bright right now, but I think that's the point, right? Maybe this lighting isn't showing truly. I mean, I'm sure once I look at like the before and after of these clips, it's gonna look really different. But it's good, it's good. Okay, so I didn't do a ton of reading today, but when I was at the hair salon, I did listen to a little bit of The Invisible Life of Addie Larue, and still loving it, only at 8%, an hour and 26 minutes into it. The chapters are pretty short, which is nice. I'm going to listen to it more tomorrow because tomorrow I am working from home most of the day. So when I'm just doing like admin stuff, I'm gonna have it playing in the background, get some more into it. I read like 2 or 3 chapters of this today, so I'm on page 204. Only was able to read about like 30-ish pages today. Busy day. I was at the hair salon for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, so busy day, but I did get some reading in today, which was good. I'm still enjoying both of the books so much. So very excited that tomorrow is Friday and that I can get a lot more reading done. I've been doing a horrible job at getting any b-roll or updating you guys on anything. It literally snowed all day and I didn't get any clips of it. I didn't even get a clip of me walking to the coffee shop. So this morning we woke up, we got coffee because it was Friday and I was working from home today. Worked all day, got a bunch of stuff done, which is what I do at work. And then while I was working on some things, I on and off listened to The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I say on and off because there are times when I'm like doing a task where I can like listen and also do the task, but then there are some tasks where I need to like kind of be locked in, you know, or else I'm not listening to the audiobook. So was a little bit of multitasking today. Let's see how far in I am. I believe I'm like 15% of the way in. Hold on, because I also listened to it a little bit when I went to the gym too. I'm 16% of the way through, 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I am still very much enjoying it. I will say the only thing about the audiobook though is that it's like very descriptive. There hasn't been like a ton of dialogue yet, so I have to pay like a pretty good amount of attention to follow because the descriptors are very important. It's literally just narrating essentially Addie LaRue's life. So I gotta keep up just in case there's something that like comes up or stands out that is important for me to reference in the future, of course, but still very much enjoying it. And for Say You'll Remember Me, I keep almost calling this just for the summer. Say You'll Remember Me by Addie Jimenez. I did read a few chapters today and her books are just so easy to read. Like I just fly through them. I'm on chapter 31, page 236. I'm actually gonna try to finish it tonight. It's like not even 8 o'clock yet. I'm ready to like wind down and just read. So I have about like a little over 100 pages and I think I'm for sure gonna be able to finish this, especially because it's just so enjoyable and I have the time now to sit down and do that. I'll give my full thoughts at the end of this. I don't want to give any thoughts about it yet, just because I think I need to finish it and have the whole story wrapped up in a pretty bow for me to give all my thoughts, but they're positive thoughts. I'm liking it, so, okay. Finally, I gave another update. That's really sweet. Some of these quotes are so freaking sweet. Like they're so simple. But they hit right here. Brilliant. Okay, so I just finished Say You'll Remember Me by Addie Jimenez. This is, it was so good. It was so her. I am going to be giving this a 4.5 stars out of 5 stars. It didn't give me that 5-star feeling, unfortunately, but it was so close. I was kind of jumping back and forth between 4.5 and 4.75, but I think 4.5 is where I'm gonna land for this one. Okay, so before I tell you guys my thoughts on the book though, I'll give you a quick little synopsis of what it is about. No spoilers, obviously, just bare bones. But Say You'll Remember Me by Addie Jimenez is about Xavier, who is a veterinarian in Minnesota, and then Samantha, she's a social media manager. She also lives in Minnesota, and she brings in a cat, a little kitten that she found, who is very sick, to the vet. And she meets Xavier, who's like this grumpy, just kind of like whatever vet, but like you get dual POVs, so you know that immediately they're both like attracted to each other, but they're kind of like playing it cool, you know? And they're kind of like snarky towards each other a little bit. Like they both kind of have a little bit of fire into them because he's like, oh, you need to like put this cat down. Like it doesn't, okay, hold on. Actually, I'm not going to tell you guys why he says that because it's actually really funny to find out while you're reading it. So essentially he tells her that you need to put this cat down and she's like, no, I'm going to raise enough money to like do the surgery. And he's like, yeah, okay. And she ends up raising enough money for the surgery because of social media. And so he's like, okay, lit. And so then starts to, you know, wheels start to churn. They go on a date, but then they quickly find out that Samantha, she needs to go home and she needs to take care of her family. Something has happened and it's just a lot. it's a lot in her personal life to take care of, but Xavier has his own responsibilities where he's at that he also needs to take care of, but they just cannot deny the chemistry and the feelings that they have for each other. So that's essentially where they start to navigate this relationship. I will say I really did enjoy Samantha's character, and I also thought that Xavier was like Abby Jimenez does a really good job with like Part of Your World, Yours Truly, and Just for the Summer. Like all of those guys, like, top notch. And I agree that I think Xavier is also like a part of that group now. Like he's officially made it into that crowd of, yeah, top tier like book boyfriend, you know, and I'll tell you why. So my review for this one essentially is that I loved it. I devoured it. This is classic Abby Jimenez. The first like 20% was like the full-on kicking the feet, giggling, like butterflies in the stomach, the meet cute, the everything was just everything to me. Like I adored these main characters and I thought they were actually so funny and so witty, and Abby Jimenez just really knows how to like put some very nice and non-cringy humor into her characters and into her writing. And I just thought that it flowed super well. I thought the pacing of the book was really good. Like I was never like bored or thought anything was unnecessary. There was we get dual POV. I didn't dislike anyone's POV. I liked both of their POVs. I enjoyed side characters. I guess where I knock off the 0.5 is, I know I said that the humor is not always cringy, but there were just some moments and some added things that were so like, how do I say this? Because it's not always a bad thing. Some people might love this, but it was like there were some like lines that were very Gen Z, very online type of senses of humor, which I did like find a little funny, and I did kind of giggle to relate to, you know, like I'm on the internet, I get it. But it almost felt like too much at some point, and I was kind of like, ooh, this is like, it got to like kind of be a lot at one point where I was like, oh, we're referencing this like online joke, kind of a lot. I get it though, like their senses of humor were great, and they had a lot of really good ongoing jokes in the book as well that I just thought were really funny, and I was like, oh, I get that. Like I get that sense of humor. But I think for the sake of it being a book, sometimes for some reason in fictional books, when there's too many like online references referenced, I'm kind of like, And to be fair, the female main character's job is social media. Like she's a social media manager in this book, so I kind of got it, but it came from like all departments, you know, it came from everybody a little bit, and it was humorous at times, maybe a little too much for me at other times. That's all. And then the other thing, what was the other thing? Oh, he gets a, maybe this is a spoiler. If you want absolutely nothing spoiled for you in the book, maybe skip ahead like 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay. In the beginning of the book, a male main character gets a dog, and we like don't see the dog the rest of the book. Like he saves the dog and then we never see it again, which is just kind of like interesting to me. I'm like, oh, isn't the dog, I think the dog is on the cover. We talk more about the cat in the book. That's all I'll say. So I don't know. That was just a little like confusing to me, but I just really did like it. I just didn't technically get that 5-star feeling that I've gotten with like Yours Truly and Just for the Summer, which are my 2 all-time favorite books by her. Those are like almost infinity stars at this point because I think about them so much, and I just loved them so much and devoured them, and I still devoured this book. But 4.5, that's what I'm gonna settle on right now. I might end up rereading it because I plan on rereading like Yours Truly and Just for the Summer at some point, maybe like this summer, just to like annotate and get like the good vibes back. So maybe I'll reread this at some point and maybe my rating will change, but immediate finish, 4.5 stars. Also going into the tougher topics that this book discusses with dementia and other like abuse and neglect. Abby Jimenez has a whole like trigger warning paragraph in here about the different things that could be triggering for readers to understand and know about before they get into it. However, I thought that those were just really well done, and this is just, I think I mentioned this earlier in the video, this is just one of those authors that does it so well, where it's rom-com but with more depth to it, more depth to the characters and really serious topics. I'm holding this book up as if you guys even know what it is. The cover's not even I'm putting the book down. I'm putting the book down. She puts so much depth into her characters and has so many, like, I lost my train of thought. She has so much, like, just feels like the real world. It's real world problems. She does so much research. When I was reading the acknowledgements, she talked with so many different doctors and professionals in the fields that she discusses in her books, which I believe most authors do that, but sometimes they don't. I would assume sometimes they don't do as much research. And she just put so much thought into it and so much care into it and really wanted to tell the story. And I think it's really cool because a lot of her books, I have found little pieces of different characters that I can relate to, and I think that's what connects me so much with some of these characters and why I love the book so much, is because I feel connected to them. So I love that aspect of this book as well. Oh my gosh, I feel all over the place. I was just going to, like, let that be the last clip of the night, but I forgot to show you guys how adorable the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition was. I wasn't planning on buying this from Barnes & Noble, but then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go buy it from Barnes & Noble, but I didn't realize that it is like the cutest edition on the inside. So it says everything starts with you. Look how cute it is, the clouds, the blue and the pink. It's so cute, and it goes so well with the cover too. And it ends with you. So everything starts with you and it ends with you. It's so sweet. I also did tear up like a couple of times. I didn't full on cry. I, knock on wood, I don't know, is this vulnerable? I haven't like cried in a minute, so maybe that. I need to be like in a certain mood. It needs to be like a certain time. A lot needs to be going on, but I did not cry. I did tear up reading the book, which does say a lot. It was sad. There were a lot of sad moments. And then this is the cover, if you guys haven't seen it, for like the hardback. I really wish it was not released in a hardcover, but whatever, get your bag, Abby. Personally, I just wish that it was paperback, but that's fine. That's just me being difficult. Do you remember me standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset? Every time I look at this cover and every time I think about this book and say the name, I have to sing it, because that's actually how you say the name, is you start singing Wildest Dreams. Home and sitting down. This morning you saw some clips of us going to get coffee. I had a work thing up in Boulder, so we were out most of the afternoon doing that, and then we went and grabbed some lunch afterwards, and then I found this really cute used bookstore on that same street that we had lunch on, and I ended up getting a used copy of The Two Towers as well as The Return of the King, so the second and third book in the Lord of the Rings. And if you guys happen to have watched some of my videos in the past, I did read the first Lord of the Rings last month, and I've been wanting to get the second and the third one used. I'm also going to, when I read The Two Towers this month, I'm also going to download the audiobook off of Libby that Andy Serkis narrates so that I can listen to it and read it at the same time. But this was kind of a steal. I mean, it was kind of a steal. I had some cash, so I was like, I'll get it. And then the next update is that last night I did start, actually, The Guest Cat. This is another book that I got when I went book shopping about a month ago maybe, and it's a pretty short read. It's like over 100 pages, a little over 100 pages, like 130 pages, and I only got like 10 pages into it last night, but I think this is gonna be a sweet, fun read that I'll have while I'm still listening to The Invisible Life of Addie Larue. But essentially, I read the back of it. It's pretty much just about this couple that has pretty mundane lives, but then this cat kind of just starts like wandering around their neighborhood and their house and brings some like light and joy into their lives. So I think it'll just be a pretty sweet short read, but I'm excited about reading that. Those are my bookish updates. updates. I don't think I have anything else I haven't read yet today. I haven't listened to my audiobook yet today, but I plan on doing that now. It is like so sunny and beautiful out today. If you can't tell, the like sun is coming in, but it's cold. It's so cold. I've been outside for most of the day and it's like, it's cold. So I'm gonna get all bundled up now and probably just like read and hang out for the rest of the day. The guest cat is really sweet so far. Did I lose my voice? Oh my god. It is written actually by a poet, Takashi Hiraide, and it's really sweet. The writing is so good, and the descriptive words that it uses to like illustrate the cats in this book and what they do and their gestures. Like if you are a cat person, like you just know. Like the way that this author is describing the cat is so familiar and just like puts a smile on my face because I'm like, oh, my cat does that, which is like all cats do that, you know, but it's really sweet. And then you're getting a little snippets of like this couple's life, and yeah, it's just a really good story so far. Like this is so good. I'm gonna try to finish it tomorrow because I don't really have a lot going on tomorrow. The chapters are really short and I'm trying to get to like page 50 tonight before I go to bed. And there's like, what did I say? Like 130 pages. So definitely a quick read, but beautiful so far. And I'm intrigued to see like kind of what other joys, like it's mostly like the joys that this cat is bringing into their life. And there was like a little chapter kind of about like fate here. And I don't know, I think it's gonna get just a little bit deeper than just the usual cat, but the scenery here of where they are living is really pretty. The only thing is that I'm kind of having a hard time. Maybe this is more of like, I'm trying to think of like a Japanese setting because it's based in Japan. I'm having a hard time like picturing this house in the alleyway. I don't know, it's like the alleyway is like called Lightning Alley because it's like, you know, shaped like a lightning bolt. But then their house also kind of, I don't know, I guess maybe I'm just like being stupid right now, but I have this vision in my head and I can't change it. Like, because it was just the initial vision that I got in the first chapter when they were talking about the cat coming to the house. And now that they've described like the landscape of this guest house and, or like, you know, the property that they live on and like the other house and like the alleyway, I'm like now having a hard time like adjusting my vision to this book. I mean, I don't think it's that critical to the plot, but I just like to have like a very good idea of like a setting in order to like paint the picture in my head. So that's the only thing, is I don't know if I'm picturing the right thing when we're talking about the house here, the setting here. So
Eyes look down from the sky and find her own. The painter smiles, and for an instant it is August again. And the year before, the old woman developed a ringing in her ears. It was always there.
good morning, happy Sunday. I've been the like worst vlogger this morning. It's already 12:30 and I have made this wonderful coffee that I'm already like almost completely done with, but now you see it. We had breakfast and really I was gonna film, like my intentions were to film B-roll of that, but then, you know, I just got distracted and now I'm just going to clean, but while I clean, I'm gonna listen to my audiobook, and then hopefully sometime later today, because I'm gonna go on a walk, I have to walk down to Whole Foods a little bit later to return something to Amazon, and then I don't know, maybe I'll extend my walk so that I can listen to the audiobook a little more there and get more through that. I'm also gonna listen to it. Did I already say that? I think I did. I'm gonna listen to it while I clean. I'm gonna clean the bathroom, and yeah, later today, hopefully I will finish The Guest Cat. I got 38% of the way through last night, and it's a quick read, so I think I should be able to finish it tonight, but it's super sweet so far, so I am enjoying it. But here is to the cleaning that I've been putting off for like an embarrassing amount of time. Location, same day, just 47 minutes later. That was a good clean. I had to clean my bathroom. I had to clean my entire bathroom, so I'm sweating a little bit. 47 minutes have passed by. I got about 2 chapters into The Invisible Life of Addie Larue, and it is like devastatingly beautiful. It's devastating. It's really sad, but the writing is so good and so descriptive. There's not a ton of dialogue. I think I maybe said this before. Not a ton of dialogue, just very descriptive, but it is painting the picture beautifully for this story. So now I'm gonna get changed, probably head out on a walk. It's pretty sunny right now. Go do my return, and then maybe get a little workout in and walk a little bit more. Okay, it is like 55 and sunny out, and I am, what do I wear? Like, I'm wearing this, but sometimes it's windy, sometimes it's not. I get sweaty when I walk. I am an avid walker. I love to go on little walks outside, but my issue is that I'm either freezing, I'm sweating my ass off, and I never know what to wear. First world problem, of course, but now I must go analyze all of the coats that I have, because I don't know if I have anything that's like super lightweight for this little adventure. Hoka's on. This camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna charge you guys while I'm gone. Okay, I'm going with this like oversized vest to keep like my midsection warm, and then have my, you know, my armpits be free because I sweat. Update. I read a few chapters of The Guest Cat. I've been hanging out with my cat. There he is. But now I'm sitting down. It's still probably like 3:30, so midday. And I'm gonna watch Twisters because I have been meaning to watch this, and it's free on Amazon Prime. And I really want to see it. So I'm gonna watch Twisters. Maybe I'll read on and off while I'm watching it, but we'll probably listen to a little bit of Addie Larue later too, because I'm getting very invested in that story. That's my update. I know I'm not alone in this, but I would never chase a tornado.
Oh, yeah.
I've also never seen or been around a tornado, but I would never. Are you kidding? Oh my god. I can't. about trauma. This is kind of like the Titanic. Like, could they really not? Oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I'm trying to like read this chapter, and this is intense. This is very intense. I love Daisy Edgar Jones though. She does such an amazing job in everything she's in. Good morning, everybody. It is 6:30 in the morning. You know what that means? That means it is Monday, so I have a full day of work ahead of me. I typically start work around 7, so I have a little bit. I'm gonna catch up on a few things though for work, but I wanted to update you guys because I did finish The Guest Cat last night, and I really liked it. I gave it a 4 stars. It was a short story, so nothing too crazy, but it was very poetic and beautiful, and I thought that the little glimpses of life that we got with the main characters, the couple, and how the cat impacted them and made them see life kind of just like in a different, more brighter way was really sweet. And I thought the ending, it was kind of an open ending. It's, again, poetic. It was written by a poet, so it wasn't like a tied in a bow, you know, story, but I still really enjoyed it, so I gave that a 4 stars. I am 35% of the way through The Invisible Life of Addie Larue now. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I'm going to try to listen to it a lot today, like when I'm driving around for work. Also, just like if I have any downtime listening to it, potentially like while I work out too. Usually when I work out, I have to listen to music to like keep it going, you know, like especially during like cardio. But I'm probably just gonna listen to the book because I'm very invested now, because something crazy just happened. The plot is changing. The plot is changing a little bit, and I need to know why, and I need to understand it. So that's where I'm at with The Invisible Life of Addie Larue, without spoilers. And I think because that's an audiobook, I'm also going to start my next physical book. I am getting a book in the mail today from Berkeley Romance, so I'm kind of waiting to see what that is because I have a couple of ideas. But we'll see, because if it's the books that I'm thinking of, then maybe I'll start those. But if not, I really, really want to start An Ember in the Ashes. So that is like more than likely the next book that I will be picking up. But I did also say that this video was going to be a couple of days in my life, but I'm realizing that like, I think I'm just going to do a week in my life because I kind of wanted to like try to finish another book in this video, potentially. It's just kind of fun. I feel like I've gotten a lot of reading done doing this. So that's the plan. We'll probably go until like Wednesday or Thursday with this video. I think I started it on Thursday. Does it really matter? I think I started it on Thursday, so we'll probably go until Thursday. Okay, I'm heading out for the day, but I got a notification that my package from Berkeley Romance was here. So I had to go pick it up because I'm so curious. I cannot wait all day to see what it is. I want it to be Great Big Beautiful Life, but like feeling it, I don't think it is. I think it's either One Golden Summer or just another book that I forgot that I picked because I pick so many every month. I have no idea. Oh my god, yeah, I don't even... Oh, I did pick this! This isn't either of them, but oh! Daughters of Shandong. I did pick this. Wait, that's so exciting! This is kind of later than I thought. Maybe I thought this was for a different month. Oh, look at that. That's so exciting. Yeah, inspired by a true story. Daughters of the Ong family's curse. I'm gonna have to look up the pronunciations of this. Oh my god, so cool. Okay, I also have another book from Berkeley coming, I think tomorrow. Maybe. Wow, yeah, this is a Chinese-inspired book. Oh, this is so cool. This is going to be on my immediate TBR. I've been wanting to read, like, different genres and different authors and stuff, and that's what I love about Berkeley Romance and this influencer program is they have a lot of, like, BIPOC authors and LGBTQ plus authors and stories, so you really get, like, to diversify your reading, which is so cool. Okay, cool! Wait. Yeah, I thought this was one that I just didn't get because I guess I picked it so long ago. I thought maybe it was like a March one or maybe it just came late, but cool. Eve Chung. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up that author. Yay, I love books. I love went back for my workout and my post-workout walk. I did not film my workout because 1, the gym was full and I did not want to film other people. And 2, you guys don't want to see that. You don't want to see me working out. Maybe you do, but I don't want you to see me working out. Not right now. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. But for most of my workout and my walk, I did listen to The Invisible Life of Addie Larue, and I'm at 43%, 7 hours and 19 minutes in, part 3, chapter 6. And it's breaking my heart. Like, could you imagine how lonely it would be if everybody forgot you? Like, if you literally, that is like the only update I have, is that it is heartbreaking. It is making me really sad. And I also just think that this writing is extremely beautiful. I'm probably have already said that like 3 times, but I am so down to buy this book when I'm done with it and eventually do a reread so that I can see it with my own eyes and highlight and annotate all of these like wonderful quotes and just descriptions that this author is like pouring out onto the paper, because I need to see it with my own eyes. How many times, like, I would be further into the book if I wasn't rewinding it so many times, because she will say something, and the narrator does an amazing job, by the way. But she'll say something and then I have to rewind it because I'm like, wait, I have to hear that again. Like, I have to like close my eyes and imagine her saying that, because, like, what did she just say? It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it. I am debating just continuing to listen to this for the rest of the day, or if I also want to start an Ember in the Ashes, just because they both feel like such a commitment. I don't know. We'll see what I do. We'll see if I'm in the mood to like pick up a physical book, but I am so into this audiobook right now. It's kind of all that I want to be invested in. Maybe I can like also pick up a romance or something. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm really just thinking about this right now. My girl Addie. Oh. So, I clearly never got around to starting an Ember in the Ashes because I am fully immersed into The Invisible Life of Addie Larue. I hit the 50% mark and I was like, okay, I'll stop at around 50%. And then I was like, no, I gotta keep listening. This is getting juicy. It is getting good. I'm now at 54%, 9 hours and 17 minutes in. I literally was like trying to do little like, you know, like when you like at night you have your like, or like, what am I saying? You have like your morning routine, you know, in the morning, like your opening shift and then your closing shift. I was doing my closing shift duties. So I was like scooping the litter box, getting everything ready for tomorrow morning for work. And then I just had to sit down and like stare and listen because I had to be so involved in the book. I was literally just sitting on the bed like listening to the book. But that's good. That means that I'm loving it. I will absolutely reiterate the fact that I will be purchasing this book to reread it and annotate it because, oh my God, and I'm only 54% of the way through. And I just know it's gonna be tragic and devastating. Oh no. Guys, if you've read this, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna cry? Oh my God, I can't. Okay, that is my miniature update. I will try to start this tomorrow just because I really want to. It's also like I love how it's a floppy. I haven't had like a floppy book in a long time. It's a gigantic also. Just because I miss reading a physical book. I love listening to audiobook, but I will listen to this on my drives and during like my workout tomorrow. I really am hoping that I'll finish this when I wrap up this video. I'll probably wrap up this video like Thursday, so I probably will get the rest of the way through because let's see, I have like 7 hours and 53, so like about 8 hours left. But honestly, today I like ran through like 2 hours of this book. So we'll see. I mean, it's getting to that juicy spot to the point where like I think I'm just gonna binge the rest of it these next couple of days. I'm so scared. I haven't been like this scared of a book in a long time. Early. I have a meeting at 7 a.m. So I'm all ready for work, but I did have to make a comment really quickly about books. Is it Fearless? Powerless, Reckless, Fearless. Fearless by Lauren Roberts was released today, is being released today. And I totally forgot about it. Like, I did not even know, it didn't even register in my mind that it was even happening anytime soon. Just because I feel like Reckless just came out. Like, it probably came out a year ago, so like, fair. But I totally forgot. And now I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy it right away. Which is so not me, because it is the last book in a trilogy. And usually I'm very much like, oh, I need to finish what I started. Just to like kind of scratch that itch, you know? But like, I'm just not even like... I liked Powerless. I think looking back on it, because I did rate it 5 stars when I first read it a couple of years ago, whenever it came out. Looking back on it, I would rate it a little bit less now, probably a 4-star. And Reckless, I really liked the novella, Powerful. I gave that a good rating. I really, really did like that for a short story. I thought Reckless could have also been a novella. I did not rate it very highly, and I was very bored, and I just didn't enjoy the writing. It just was not for me. I just thought it was a filler. I think Powerful could have been semi-tied into Reckless, or Reckless could have been a novella, or it could have been a duology. Like, I just did not think that this story had to be 3 whole books. However, I will probably finish it at some point, but I just am not. I was like, oh, it's coming out. And then when I saw that it came out, I wasn't excited at all. Like, it did kind of leave off on a cliffhanger that I'm like intrigued to read about, but I don't know, compared to some of the other books I have on my TBR and other romance, not romance, but like fantasy and fantasy romance books, romantasy books that I have, I'm just not, it's not at the top of my list. And I feel like she's had some controversy in the last year about her with like the Red Queen, which I've never read, but I've seen people go into like deep detail about the similarities. And while I do agree that it can be difficult to like be so original in this space, and like there's going to be similarities, and like everyone's going to like write the same tropes and stuff just because of how saturated it is, I also think that like if a book is that damn close, I don't know. I would need to read The Red Queen. I trust people when they say it, but yeah, that's a tough one. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts on it.
Henry wakes to the blare of
He meets a girl. She walks into the store and steals a book.
Howdy. I am here to update you guys a little bit, and inevitably I think I have to end this vlog a little bit earlier than I was expecting, just because I don't really have that many updates, and I don't think I'm gonna finish the audiobook tomorrow. Probably on Thursday, but I'm just not gonna have a lot of like vlog material and updates for you guys these next couple of days, so I don't want to keep dragging it along with a bunch of b-roll. But today I pretty much just worked through the whole day, on and off, listened to the audiobook when I was like driving, and when I was on a walk for my workout, just on and off here and there throughout the day. So now I will give an update right now though about where I am. So in The Invisible Life of Addie Larue, I am currently 66% of the way through the audiobook. That is about 11 hours and 18 minutes into it, chapter 18. And I do still have a little under 6 hours left of it. So I have cruised through this from like 50% to 66, like the last 16% pretty fast. My goal was to get to like 75% tonight, which I still think I can. It's like 7:30 and I plan to just kind of like sit around and listen to it. So I think I definitely could, but I don't know if I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. We are going to a baseball game tomorrow because the season just started. So that's exciting, that's fun, but not a lot of like vlogging or reading happening there. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just like working, so not the most fun ever, but I really wanted to finish that book to get it on camera because I do think it's going to have an emotional ending. My feelings towards the book, update there. I'm still very much enjoying it. I will say we have gotten to the portion of the book where we are focusing on another main character, like supporting character, and we're learning about his story right now, which I do think is really interesting, and I do like him as a character. I just think it's been a little bit slower because the writing, while it is beautiful and I have raved about its beauty and in her descriptions and everything that the author is doing and writing, it's just a lot to like listen to. Again, narrator is amazing and I think it's beautiful and I would love to like read it with my own eyes one day, but it just kind of like gets fluffy at some point. There's a lot of like metaphors and stuff where when I'm listening, I kind of like get a little bit lost. I'm like, wait, what's happening? What are we talking about? Why do we keep comparing things? Like, we've over compared at this point, but still like it. So that is my update there. If you guys want to see my final thoughts, you can go check out my Goodreads. I'll also put my Fable down below because I do post on there as well. And then most of the time I just post like my feelings updates on like my Instagram, my Bookstagram, and my Bookstagram stories. So I'll link that below too if you guys did not come from there and would like to see if I do or do not cry over this audiobook, which would be pretty incredible. I don't think I haven't listened to enough audiobooks to the point where like I've cried over one. I did tear up and get really emotional over A Thousand Splendid Suns, but I on and off, like I listened to the audiobook, but I also read the physical copy and I finished the book through the physical copy. So like, I don't know, we'll see. This is like one of my big reads via audiobook for the full one. But what I've been messing around with here, I did get, this is a side update, I got the Clinique Almost lipstick in, what is it, like dark cherry. There's this like lipstick, almost lipstick, that everyone raves about, and it's something I've been very intrigued with. Black Honey, that's what it is. And it's this super pretty, I don't know if you can see, it's like this, oh, if you can kind of see in the light right there, it's like a purplish dark red, but it's called an almost lipstick because apparently it's kind of like a tint gloss, just kind of like toes on like the lipstick, which is exactly what I've been looking for because I think lipstick is almost too bold on my lips, but I do like when there's a type of like tint or gloss, and so I am going to try this out. It's kind of in a cute like applicator too. Like, it's very like chic, you know? Love. If you tried this before, let me know. I'm very excited. I'm trying to be more, which I definitely don't think you need to be. Girls, do what you want. But I'm kind of in my girly girl era, so hated that. Yeah, so that's me trying to lean into my feminine side. Any other updates? I am, after this video and after I finish the audiobook, I will be starting An Ember in the Ashes. I just don't think I can balance starting that series in a fantasy book while also finishing up The Invisible Life of Addie Larue because my mental capacity can only absorb the audiobook at this moment. So I'm just going to stick with that soul read at the moment, but we are now going to make some chocolate chip cookies, and I probably won't edit this for a few days, so maybe you'll see some b-roll of the I almost called it football, of the baseball game that I go to tomorrow. But yeah, I'm so tired. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too boring, too dull. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know down below what you rated them. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.